know that we have over 60,000 thoughts a day? Did you know that what we focus on determines how we feel and affects our future? Well, if you're interested in being your best version of yourself and creating a bright and compelling future, then today's show is for you. Our guest is an author, a popular media personality, and the president of the International Hypnosis Federation. Her name is Dr. Shelley Stockwell-Nicholas, and she is going to share with us the secrets of peak performance, as well as tips from her book, Win, a coaching guide for yourself and others. Now, before we get into the show, if you're brand new to Facebook Live and you're brand new to the Randy Light Experience, I want to welcome you. Welcome to my page and welcome to the Randy Light Experience. This is episode 3 of the Randy Light Experience. So you're probably wondering who I am, what's going to happen today, and who Dr. Shelley is. Well, those are great questions. So let me answer them for a moment. My name is Randy Light, and I'm a peak performance coach, and I'm a certified hypnosis instructor. And for the past 10 years, I have hypnotized thousands of children and adults to break through anything that is in their way to be able to perform in the zone of optimal functioning, so that they could be their best version of themselves. I'm also the author of the book, The Essential Four and the Essential Four System. It's hypnosis combined with coaching, and it gives you everything you need to break through whatever is in your way so you could easily, confidently, and consistently manage your state. And why is that important? Because in order to create peak performance, to be happier, get better results, make more money, you must know the secrets of peak performance. And you must be in control of your thoughts, feelings, actions, and reactions. The Essential Four is the protocol or the system to get you from where you are to where you want to be, so you can be in a peak state whenever you want and where you want. And because I recognize and believe in the transformational power of hypnosis, at some point during the show, you're going to enjoy a 4-minute hypnotic enhancer each and every time. It'll get you relaxed and focused on the outcomes you want from the show. How does that sound? Guys, I am good. Oh, you're into it too. Great. I'm super excited to introduce the amazing Dr. Shelley. She's a mentor of mine. She is a friend. She has been on hundreds of radio and TV shows and periodicals like the Wall Street Journal, Redbook magazine, and the National Enquirer. But she is famous for hypnotizing chickens. So Shelley, welcome. Welcome to the Randy Light Experience. How are you today?
I am so happy to be with my dear friend, Randy Light. And for those of you who haven't met Randy, she is a beam of light. She's a little buzz bomb of light. And just to be around her makes you smile. You can't help it. And anyway, Randy, today our topic is so interesting. And before we begin our topic, I had to pull a card from my new Me deck. I made a deck of thought of the day cards, and I pulled this card for what we're going to talk about today. So I actually pulled, number 1 card I pulled is joy. And it says, I find happiness wherever I am. And that's really important to creating the abundance you want, because my philosophy is if it's not fun, don't do it.
Well, hold on, Shelley. Let me tell everyone, because a lot of people are new to Facebook. So hold that thought for just a second. I want to encourage people, if you're listening to this live or you're listening to the recording, hit that like button. If you just love what Shelley just did, hit that like button or hit that love button. Send some of those bubbles across the area, because we want to know that you're here. We also want you to leave some comments. Say hello, tell us where you're from, your name, so that we can interact with you and you can ask questions. Shelley's going to share with us the secrets of peak performance and information and great insight from her book. So one more thing I'm going to ask you to do before we really get in and dive into the Randy Light Experience is to actually share this. To go to your Facebook and share this with people. If you know people would love to hear from Dr. Shelley or either one of us, share this with people so that they can learn the secrets of peak performance and experience more joy. So here we are, Shelley. Now continue. Thank you.
Okay. So I pulled this card and said joy. And one of the things that I've noticed is the most successful clients I've ever had are people who really dig, enjoy, groove, love what they're doing. So this says, I find happiness wherever I am. And that seems to be one little key, and then I pulled a second card. And the second card I pulled is called Imagine. And this card says, fantastic joy awaits. So it looks like joy is the theme here. And then I pulled a third card and it said, be mindful. Now I drew all these pictures and I created these affirmations because I think we all need to remind ourselves of a thought of the day, which is basically self-hypnosis. So that brings me to the topic, how to be outrageously successful, like Randy or like myself or like a lot of our friends in this field. And so all of you listening to this, please take a minute and breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Now, breathing is very important to success because if you don't breathe, you're dead and like can't do much unless you're like some great composer who's now decomposing. But that was a really stupid joke. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, so it's very important that the first step to bring yourself to success is, first of all, have a little dream. Imagine what you want. Now, a lot of people say to me, well, I don't really know what I want to do. I just want to be rich. So I'm asking all the listeners, how many of you like money? And that's a really basic question. Randy likes money. Okay. So we're going to just start with a thought about money because money is a really significant energy vibration, right? Everybody breathe again. I like money. Let's hear it.
I like money.
I'm open to receive a lot.
I'm open to receive a lot.
I deserve it.
I deserve it.
Money's good for me.
Money's good for me. And I've got to tell you guys that Shelley made a song. This is an actual song, and it really gets you out of your head and over your BS that we all seem to have around money, or lots of people do. So you could get to that level of peak performance. That's a great song. I think you should sing it for us, Shelley.
I like money. I'm open to receive a lot. I deserve it. Money's good for me. You're attractive. You're enlightened. You deserve money. Money, you like it. It's good for you. Ask for it by name. Money, you like it. It's good for you. Take a deep breath. Rub your hands together, everybody. Rub your hands together. Make them really hot, 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 hot. This is called building energy. Now pull your hands apart and feel there's like a nice little bubble or warmth between your hands, right? And make that into a nice little ball. Let's roll it and roll it and roll it. Come on, make that ball of energy. Let it be vital. That is Qigong, or energy. And imagine that you are putting in your hands abundance, money. What number comes to mind, Randy, for you when you're thinking about all this money?
333,000.
333,000. And would you like to acquire that 333,000 in a week, a month, or a year?
Year and a half. Year and a half.
A year. Okay, so that would mean you can think about the date in your mind, and everybody else kind of look at your ball of energy, feel that ball of energy. Imagine it's your abundance, and you are what we call setting an expectation. So you can say to yourself, I like money. Money's good for me. And I'm setting this lovely expectation that in so particular date, at some particular moment in time, in Randy's case, $333,000, she's going to manifest that in a year and a half. I'm going to say that in the next month, I'm going to manifest $12,000. Okay.
So just, I'm going to ask the people, because I can see, I want to welcome people and say, you know, what number do you want to manifest for the year? We can make it simple and say for the year,
or a month,
or for the week. But put it in. You guys can write in in the comment section and let us know that you're here and what you want to make in a year or a week. And so welcome to Kathy, Zolita, Brenda, Julie, Sheila, Nancy. Oh my gosh, all you, Edward. Hi, everybody. It's so glad that you guys are here and listening. And Shelley's taken us, so, raising those vibrations so we can attract what we want. And that is the beginning. And Karen, hello to you too, to peak performance.
Yeah.
You've already,
my friends out there. So now you've got this energy ball, your Qigong ball, and it's filled with abundance. And abundance could be abundance of health, could be abundance of love. And I've got a little message there. I love money and I love you, Sheila. Yes, Teresa, you got it, girlfriend. Okay, so now we've got the energy ball. We've set our expectation. Take a deep breath, everybody. Answer this question honestly for yourself. Are you ready to have what you want? And if you are, everybody either give me a thumbs up or put yes. Are you ready to have what you want? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Thumbs up. Are you ready to have what you want? Good. Because if you're ready, then this Qigong ball is now really getting vitality. It's taking in your energy. And now go ahead and it's like call this part of it, swallow the rainbow. Drink it. And just take all that abundance and just take it through your whole being. Just drink it in, drink it in. I like money. I'm open to receive a lot. I deserve it. Money's good for me. You're attractive, you're enlightened, and you deserve money. Money, you like it. It's good for you. You ask for it by name, money. So now we've got it straight. You're ready to manifest your goal, that dream, that thought. It could be abundance of anything you choose. Now, what would happen if you already had the money? Randy, what would you do with the 333?
I would go on a trip. I know you took a group of people to Bali, and it was an experience I certainly wanted to do. So I would do something like that, go on the Artist's Way experience and do the trance dance, all those things that you put together. That's one of the things I would for sure do. Just travel more.
With me. Some of the listeners went with me, and we had an incredible time. And for those who don't know, Bali it's called the sunrise of the world, because Bali is where everybody lives trance, and they live love, and they live joy. And so, okay, so that's what Randy's going to do. And the rest of you, think about what are you going to do if you had it already, and write that down, or think it however you want to. You can share it with us. You don't have to. What will you do with that cash? And just kind of think about, what would I do if I had it now? Whatever it is, if I had the health now, if I had the love now, if I had the money now. Thinking of it? Good. Good job. Now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes and imagine that tomorrow morning when you wake up, you have it and it's done. The money's in the bank or in your hand. You're feeling totally energetic and you're thriving. You have your love of your life next to you. You have the house you want. You have the trip you dreamed of. It is so. And notice through the whole neurology of your being what it's like to have accomplished it. Just absorb it. Ah, gosh, good. Teresa just said hire an assistant. I love it. So you're going to have what you want. It's going to be a done deal. You've made it happen. You've manifested it. You are done with it. Take a deep breath. Now, here's the most oddest step of all. We'll review what we've done so far. First of all, we liked money. We made energy around it. We swallowed the rainbow. We took it in. We know we're ready. We imagined what we wanted. And then what we did was very simple. We imagined it was already a done deal. Now, the oddest thing about manifesting is my final step. And this final step toward this process is very simple. Let the whole thing go. Just blow it away. Just let it go. Let it go. Because the universe now has it. Your nervous system now has it. Your abundance is happening because in time and space, It's already happened. It's already a done deal. Now, what assists you in the process that you just created? Well, I pulled the cards. Joy. That was the first card I pulled from the Me deck. Joy. So everybody, if you have a pen, or if you don't have a pen, imagine you have a pen and write on your pointer finger the word joy. Joy. Just write on your finger the word joy. 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 Okay? Look at your word joy. Now, point it straight ahead of you and repeat after me. Joy is my compass.
Joy is my compass.
If it's not fun, I'm not going to do it.
If it's not fun, I'm not going to do it.
It's fun for me to create abundance.
Come on, everybody, do it with me. It's fun for me to create abundance.
Joy is my compass.
Joy is my compass.
I'm not going to do it. And it's fun for me to create abundance. Take a deep breath. Absorb, 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 absorb. Now, imagine it's now your deadline, the thing that I should call it your lifeline. You've achieved what you wanted, even though you blew off exactly what you wanted. It's already manifested in a perfect way, because the irony is when you set your intention, it never comes out exactly like you planned it. It's usually much better. So now you're in the much better scenario of what you manifested. And while you're standing, sitting, lying, basking, absorbing what you want, you can smell it and taste it. Imagine looking back and noticing what steps you took to bring you there. What step, Randy, did you take to get $333,000 in a year and a half? One step. And everybody think about one step. What little steps? So right now I'm imagining, and it's already happened, so it's perfect. I'm imagining that my new book, which is called Thrive, Medical Hypnosis for Yourself and Others, which is going to press tomorrow, finally. Okay, my latest book, Thrive, I'm imagining that it's a bestseller. And I'm imagining that it'll be perfect, just how it unfolds, and I'm not attached to the outcome. But now here I am, 3 months from now, and that book is a bestseller. Wow. And what steps did I do to get there? Well, I wrote the book. I published it tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And it's going to come back, and I'm going to have a whole lot of books to sell. And everybody who gets it is going to really love it. And they're going to get CEs for reading it, and they're going to be happy. And I'm going to be happy. And
Shelley,
healthy.
Yeah, you guys, I think some of the people listening right now already know who you are, but a lot of people don't necessarily know who you are or how you came to understand all these things that you've been sharing with us. And I know for some people, that money thing might have turned you off right away, but as you can see, Shelley is fun and playful and creative. But the bottom line is she's infusing fun in peak performance, and that's what she picked, joy. But here's the thing, the research is proving exactly what she's saying. Your mind can't tell the difference between what you are vividly imagining with a great feeling and what is actually real. And the research is clearly demonstrating that mentally rehearsing, so closing your eyes and imagining in a really good state, it can grow almost the exact same amount of neurons as actually practicing. There's a piano study. And so you guys, this is real stuff, what she's sharing with us. These seem little and fun, but they're really powerful when you actually do what she's saying.
So I pulled the mindful card, remember? And the mindful card is saying just what you said. When you put your mind to it, you knuckle up, buckle up, do it, do it, do it. And you just absolutely focus on a step that you're going to take. So everybody out there, what one step will you take in the next 24 hours to reach this wonderful performance goal? What one step will you take in the next 24 hours to put you in gear? We're already imagining it.
I'm going to ask Catherine, Teresa, everybody, Nancy, Sheila, anyone who's still on, you guys write down what's that one thing you're going to do, because it'll help other people have ideas too. What's the one thing you're going to do to get started on hiring your assistant, on making that 200 or 250,000? You know, that with the more, when you're making money, then people are getting happier too, not just you.
That's right.
So, but Shelley, we're going to be coming to the end soon, but I would love for you to share, like, how this thing about how are you such a popular media personality? I know it somehow has something to do with chickens and all your brilliance combined. So I'd love for you to share. I mean, you've been a hypnotist for how many years? 40, 50?
40 years. 40 years.
40 years.
So what happened to me, really, what got me, and in my little corner of the world, got me successful from my standard anyway, was I always was creative. And I imagine that most people who are listening are highly creative. I think people who help people are usually very creative. They always want solutions to situations. And in my particular life path, I loved people so much that I wanted to be of service to people. And I became a flight attendant, a stewardess, a hostess for Trans World Airlines. And I happened to be very lucky to go and see a hypnotist. And he hypnotized me to stop eating junk food, which was like pretty great. Although I just had a piece of candy with Randy, but that's another story. But anyway, I see that Catherine is going to call people about a new office. I love that. That's a great step. Anyway, so what happened to me when I was a flight attendant, having gone to a hypnotist, I wanted to know how that worked. And it worked. And I didn't eat sugar for a year. It absolutely worked. It was amazing. And I wanted to know why that worked. And so I started hypnotizing pilots and flight attendants. And I became a hypnotist. And that's a longer story. But what was most interesting was that I was hypnotizing people to be successful, both in the airlines and outside the airlines. People were coming to me from my community, and they were all reaching their goals. And anybody out there who's listening who does this work, you know that with hypnosis, people reach their dreams and goals. And so one day I sat down with myself and I said, Shelley, what's your dream and goal? And at the time, I was all of 25. And I said, well, I want to write a book. And then I said to myself, well, if you want to write a book, you better tell the truth, because you've been telling people for years that you're writing a book, and there's no book. It's all baloney. And you know it, and I know it, talking to myself. And so I had a dialogue with myself, which is self-hypnosis. And I closed my eyes and I imagined my book. And I knew my book would be a very successful book of poetry in those days. And I also knew that that book of poetry would be on everyone's table, and people would know my name, and I would go on talk shows, and I would be a legend in my own mind, and I would sell lots of books. And I absolutely hypnotized myself to do it. So then I came out of trance, and I knew I was going to be on talk shows. So I went and bought clothes for the talk shows, because I wanted to go on television, which I did. I went on a lot of TV talk shows, went on Phil Donahue and The Other Side and Mike and Maddie and Strange Universe and millions of TV shows. And what happened was everything that I imagined happened, only better. But I also took steps. I got somebody to help me publish that book because I didn't know how to do it. I absolutely wrote a letter to the #1 radio host. Her name was Dr. Tony Grant, and she was on the radio, and she was the #1 radio personality at the time. And she said, ladies and gentlemen of America, please buy this book. It's the most heart-touching book of poetry I've ever read. And so people bought my thousands of books that were in my closet in my house, and I had to send it to bookstores all over America. And so I realized manifesting is very simple. It starts with what I told you: set the expectation. Hypnosis is the best way to do that, and self-talk. 2, really embrace the abundance of it all. Drink in the rainbow. And then finally, imagine it's a done deal, and then think about the steps that you take to get there. Now, I wrote this book, Win, and I think you have a copy of it there, Randy, the Win Coaching.
I do.
So this is the Win Coaching Guide for yourself and others, and I have a copy too. And Win Coaching Guide for yourself and others is actually a training book for you to manifest your goals and dreams. And I wrote it because I knew that when I wanted to manifest, had I not had the tools of hypnosis, I probably never would have done it. But I did it. And now I have 22 books I've written, and people read my books. They like my books. I'm amazed. I'm just Shelley from Torrance, but I'm Shelley from Torrance who did only one thing. And that one simple thing was just what I'm teaching you here. And there's lots of other things you can do, but really, here's one from Teresa. Write a letter to the universe detailing the ideal assistant who will be coming into my space. Teresa, that's gorgeous. Yes. And as a matter of fact, the more specific you are and the more you plan it that way, the more likely it is to happen. But remember the last step: do not be attached to the outcome. Because the moment you get too attached to the outcome, it makes you constipated emotionally. You get so desperate for that you might miss all of this. There's like a world of this that's coming to you if you will just set the intention clearly and embrace joy as your compass point. So this is it in a nutshell, and it's not that complicated, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's really not that complicated. And I realized that the reason my clients were all having astoundingly great success, I mean, making billions of dollars, was just simply through the power of the mind and manifesting through thought. It totally, absolutely works. So everybody take a deep breath again out there. Everybody, deep breath, let it out. Imagine the way you would be sitting or standing or walking, having accomplished your goal. Just imagine it. Just notice how great it is inside yourself, knowing I did it. Because I knuckled down, buckled down, do it, and you did it. And just that wonderful sense of I did it. And then imagine that following to the letter, no. Following to the steps, yes. I now am open to other babies. More possibilities are all coming to me right now because I took that step, and more is unfolding to me. I like money. I'm open to receive a lot. I deserve it. Money's good for me. You're attractive. You're enlightened. You deserve money. Money, you like it. It's good for you. Ask for it by name. Money. Take a deep breath. See, money is just energy. It's the rainbow you swallow. Money is just the symbol that you moved toward the direction of your highest good. Which brings me to the last thing I want to maybe share with you. Everybody in the core of their being knows what's right, moral, ethical, and best. So close your eyes, everybody, and imagine now that you are the core of yourself. You're that baby who came to this planet perfect in every way. And you were born into somebody else's movie, your parents' movie. You were born into a society. You were born into a lot of rules. But in the middle of all of those hypnotic people around you, there's one essential you. Yeah, Randy calls it the essential four, but it's the essential you. Be that essential you and embrace and invite the essential you to come along on the journey Ask the higher self to guide you on the journey and say, I have set my intention. I've swallowed the rainbow. I'm not attached to the outcome. And now it is so. And I just move on step by step. And all kinds of possible babies are awaiting me. Is that simple?
Thank you, Shelley. That is wonderful. We're coming to the end of the show, and you've been an incredible guest, obviously. So much joy, so much love, and so much wisdom all combined together creates Shelley Stockwell-Nicholas. And people may want to, who are listening live or listening to the recording, definitely hit that like button and hit that love button right now. It just send some bubbles across it, because it really just helps it now and later. And then share it also. But Shelley, if people want to learn from you more, if they want to get one of your many books, or if they want to learn from you, how can they get a hold of you? What do they need to do?
They can call me 310-541-4844. That's 310-541-4844. 310-541-4844. Or just email me at ihf@cox.net. ihf@cox.net. Because I'm the president of the International Hypnosis Federation. You can also find me just by typing in my name, Shelley Stockwell-Nicholas. But I love it when you call me. I do. I love to talk to everybody. So feel free to call me at 310-541-4844. And we can chat. And you can tell me how your goal setting, getting creation is happening. That would be awesome.
It's true. And call her. I encourage you guys to take her up on. She's filled with wisdom, is very intuitive, and can really help you. And so go to IHF, that's International Hypnosis Federation. That's what she's the president of. And so you can go to that website or go find her on Facebook now. But also, if you'd like to learn more from me as well, I'm offering a coaching session, a complimentary coaching session for you guys listening to this, so that you can break through. Because the Essential Four, for those of you who had trouble at the beginning thinking about the money, or that you start thinking about what you want and then you get this negative feeling, that's where the Essential Four comes in, because it can get you out of your own way and release those blocks and barriers. And hypnosis is great for that. So whether you want to take me up on it or take Shelley, do something, make that move so we can help you get what you want. And then Catherine, we're so glad you enjoyed that. This information is awesome. She said, thank you. And I do have to say that every Tuesday, this is happening at 7 p.m. Central Time, the Randy Light Experience. And next week, we have Katie, and her last name is way too hard to say. She is a nutritionist, a hypnotist. She has lost a bunch of weight, and she's going to share with us Peak Performance for Weight Loss to help you really get into changing the mindset, combining everything you need so that you can take off that weight. You can feel great along the journey and keep the weight off. So that's next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So spread the word. Shelley, I love you. Thank you so much. And
bye, everybody. Thanks,
everybody. Take care.
Love you.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Take care.